Good performance, man. Don't ever leave Chelsea. Never give up. Loftus-Cheek, always.
Yes, people, welcome to the live stream. Chelsea have drawn 1-1 against Everton.
Now, can we cuss? Can we cuss?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we use profanity?
Go ahead.
Can we? Fuck them all. Fuck the twats. All 11 of them. What embarrassment. What a freaking embarrassment. Jorginho's walking around. We have 5 minutes at a time. He's just like, chicky from the back. Like, we have all the time in the world. Like, no worries. We got possession. Fucking what? Somebody else go. No, Aspi. Fucking twat.
Well, yeah, that was a intro that we'll be getting into very soon, I'm sure. Look, Josh, I hope you had a good vacation, man. I'm sure you want to be out there longer, man. With that vacation.
Yeah. After today, I'd like to take a break from Chelsea and go on vacation from Chelsea.
Can you take Sal with you?
Yeah, man.
Fucking pathetic. Saul came in for 5 minutes. Leave Saul alone, man. There's all fucking 11 starting. Fucking twats. They the one the problem, not Saul.
Saul is icing the cake there as well, man. We can see
the I can only do so much, like with Chelsea, or just Everton just playing the most pathetic brand of football I've ever seen in my fucking life, man. Just atrocious. It's an atrocious brand of football. If that's how you're gonna be happy with the point, and that's how you play, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, man, I don't really have a lot of words. It was pretty terrible. I mean, classic, same bullshit over and over again.
I want to hear Marv, man.
Hello, brother. How's it going?
I'm good. What's the time over there?
2:44 in the daytime. So I've still got the rest of the day to hang myself with.
Yeah, good to you, man. Good to you.
Performance was really awful. I was thinking the same like everyone else. Saul sucks or whatever. But I mean, how can you as a team concede straight after you score against a team of essentially bums FC? We were playing against a team. Most of their players were injured. Like, we should be blowing these teams away 5-6-0. I mean, bad performances all around. There's only maybe, I mean, I don't want to pick out players as such, but I think the redneck dude was right. That, you know, with Jorginho walking around, stuff like that. But I'm not going to call out too many players. I say you can't really argue with Pulisic. You stick him high up on the pitch to receive long balls, what you expecting. But, you know, there was nothing there, was there? Did any player play that well? Was anything really there?
Mount was okay second off, Mount, I feel.
Yeah, Mount should have scored 2 in the first half, so.
I mean, I don't know.
Actually, I think Pulisic was the best thing when Pulisic moved to the left wing back, who actually went down. I think Pulisic was better up front. I don't know where the fuck we put Saul in there, but hey, who else? Like let's fucking experience, because that's the best time to experience.
Hey, Marcos Alonso. Hey.
I'm not saying Alonso is the no, that's not. I'm not giving price to Alonso. That's not a price. That was Saul should be left wing back. Not Pulisic. That was my thing. Pulisic was fine up top. Now, like to get to, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Marv. I'm always like this when we lose. Here's the problem.
No, you're fine.
Did you notice that our center backs put in the passes zip between in the middle to the players? Did you notice that those? Process through the middle, the zip passes to Pulisic, to Ziyech, who's amazing first half. Ziyech was like those passes in the middle. Why is that not coming from a fucking midfield? Why those passes not coming from Jorginho or Robin Loftus-Cheek? Why is the center backs that do that?
I'm a big fan of Loftus-Cheek, but my God, he was bad. My God, he was bad.
No, I mean, listen, his final decision making wasn't at the best, but he did create
forward. He's right though. There was no forward passing from midfield at all. It was side to side every single time.
No, if you think about it, those the passes from
every forward, every time
pass
we got it
from the middle was from the center backs. None.
Yeah, but it's difficult for a midfielder to turn and give that pass straight in the middle because they're all
it's
over them.
difficult. Really?
Bro, listen, the defense are free. They can do whatever they want because they're all sat back. It's difficult for midfield just to, come on, man. We can't be that. They sat back. Like, we can't really blame midfielders for not creating like that, man. I feel
Well, I mean, that's why I don't really. I mean, trying to score in this game. Basically, all you're doing is just trying to nick a ball in behind, like trying to maybe just flick something on to get a goal. There's not a lot of space when the whole entire 11 is just sitting in the box, and your striker is Pulisic, and he tried a couple of flicks. There's no. I don't know, man. These are the same kind of shit games we watched all last year.
Alonso won the ball and passed it. That's the only way we scored. Otherwise, we haven't scored. It's difficult, man. We can't create for some reason. I don't know what it is.
We can't.
Hold on.
Over 20
Can
people
I say
pull up
something?
the stats.
We created like 25 shots. I mean, it's just a matter of like putting one on the back of the net, man. It's
Mount, if he didn't score that second half goal, I will fucking blame him for losing drawing this game, because he should have put that first ball in. Just like Jorginho a couple of games ago.
Alonso wasn't there for the goal we conceded. The goal we conceded was found where Saul was running nowhere. So, I mean, we can't really blame Alonso.
No. That's not Alonso's fault. That's Azpilicueta.
No.
That was Azpilicueta ducking.
Yeah. Poor. I mean, I've long criticized Aspi for never thinking when he plays. He literally just gets the ball and smacks it. And in defense as well, we just completely fell asleep. It was just not good enough team play. And unfortunately, that's cost us the league. That's it.
Yeah, the league's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh my God, man. It is not gone, lads.
It is gone, man.
It is not fucking gone.
The league's gone, brother.
Until this season is over, it is not fucking gone.
It's gone.
Come on, man.
It's gone.
How do you know Manchester City are going to have half their fucking team out later on? Or
they still want 7-0,
happen, man.
Because they can actually play football.
Yeah, but if they get a shitload of injuries or whatever, you never know what could happen, man. Come on, have some faith.
Alfred, I'm with you, but today is not an injury.
No, I know.
Is this Alfred? Is in Alfred from our chat?
No. Number one.
Is this
No.
different dude? Okay.
But listen, Alfred, just quickly.
Yes.
I think obviously in this period it's difficult to keep the same front three, but because we keep changing, I do think it's affecting us overall. Like no one's turning up. I even think Mount scoring against Watford was just paper over the cracks. I didn't think he was that good either in that game. So output, we all want it, but the whole game, like the front three on every single game that we watch, it's either they get a goal and they're not as good, or they create so much but don't get the goal. Like that's the story of Chelsea front three. Every single player, every single one of them, literally.
I'm opposite. I think front three was fine today. I'm not blaming
it's
them.
a freaking build up, bro.
It's a build up so fucking slow. It's not even like, no, I'm saying like front three should put it away, those chances. I agree with you on that. But the movement, creating chances, I'm not taking that.
Bro, it was the same
midfield, but not really.
As Burnley and United do. Why aren't we having the same energy as all
Sadiq,
them?
why are we playing 5 at the back against these guys?
Listen, that's a formation talk we gotta ask, isn't it?
And why are we so like slow? Like they're just camping in the box. Why are we passing it back in our back line all day? Like just pump it up. Just like freaking attack, man.
When Jorginho runs with the ball, I just want to slide tackle the motherfucker. That's how bad he's running.
I'm sorry, I'm pissed, but that was funny.
Alex, who's worse, Jorginho or Aspi?
You really want me to say it?
I want to know, bro. One of them.
And like, first of all, we're playing in the different positions. Today. Fuck, Aspi was for the goal, so I'm not. Aspi is the reason we conceded the goal. So
how did that even happen? Like, how did that free kick? Like, how did we lose the ball?
Ziyech hit on Jorginho's face.
Why did we put Sayul in? Just tell me.
No, honestly, do you not remember? Ziyech got the ball and he hit
I remember the ricochet.
Two goals like this. Like, what the fuck is going on? Honestly,
I don't remember what the moment you're talking about.
just before the free kick, the foul, before they got the ball, Ziyech had the ball on the right side. He tried to pass it, but hit Jorginho's ear, and then Everton got the ball from that. Tuchel was like, "What's going on?" It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. The way they got the
he was
ball,
even blocking shots from Ziyech for Everton. That's how good Jorginho is. He can play defense for us and play for defense for them. Just blocking our shots too.
Bro, when they got the ball and the Corey could just breeze through our midfield like that, it's kind of worrying. You can't even blame Puley for being there, like that false nine up against those
he did good.
You can't even blame him
at full nine. He did good. He did good
you
over
can't
there.
even blame him.
I'm not like I said. I'm not blaming.
I'm not talking about you, bro. Like I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, can't blame Pulisic. Can't blame Pulisic.
Guys, you don't say front three created in that, but we've seen that creation against
They
Burnley
did not
and
take
United.
their chances, bro. That Mount chance in the first, he has to be putting away.
It has to. It has to be put it away. That's not ball behind him. Nothing. It's a clear freaking is a day chance for him to score.
Cho missed that.
Same thing with Cho. Remember I said when against Watford when he did not lift that ball. That was for
United.
Even Reece
United.
James.
Yeah, United.
Chance.
Even Reece James, but Reece James is a little harder because the angle is
angle?
different. Yeah, I'm not saying that is. I'm not saying.
You got a point. You got a point.
Yeah, he should be scoring based on
I
how
hope that
good
game's
James
canceled.
is. I'm saying how good James was as the scoring goals.
Yeah,
you will think that
I was
he
so
should
surprised.
have put it away. But Mount, even attempt from cross from the left, when Mount took a shot with his right foot, he did exactly same shot last game when he scored against I think he scored Leeds with his left foot. West Ham. Last game West Ham when Mount scored with his left foot. That is exactly the same situation when he had it today. Only today he chose to use his right foot and open the hips. That made it a little bit a millisecond, like it made it later for the keeper to block it.
I really hope that game gets postponed. Like I'm not lying, because like now Reece James gets a yellow card, he's out.
He needs to calm down. By the way, he needs to calm down.
Yeah, he was really getting angry.
Down.
I don't blame him. He got
it's frustration.
Fucking, he can go slide tackle him for me.
If he gets now, he's gonna be out against Aston Villa, and those guys are gonna be out for what 10 days now. Kai and all them.
It shouldn't be that long. I think.
No, it's 10 days.
Is it 10 days?
Ridiculous.
10 days. So we'll miss him for
the important game. The only thing we can win, which is the Carling Cup.
Well, I don't know because Brentford's games have been cancelled, so I don't know whether Brentford's game will go ahead.
Yeah, get the fuck on with it. It's a job. Get on with it.
Yeah, but that's not the next game, right? Brentford.
Yeah, but they've got like 12 players out.
Who the fuck cares?
So I shoot. Cancelled.
Is the game on Wednesday against West Ham? Wolves, right?
Yeah, Wolves. I think.
We've got Sunday. We've got Wolves, and then I think Wednesday we've got Brentford.
Then the Brentford. Yeah.
By the way, with this coronavirus situation, it's not going to be locked down because it's enough threatened. That variant is not. It doesn't test on a PCR test. You cannot test it for corona and say this is what's the name of it? That new strain, South African strain. Yeah. First of all, you cannot test it. So when you get COVID, it's not necessary. It's like the bad COVID. It could be that COVID. So the hospitalization are not going up. It's really mild. This is how you know, like it becomes regular flu.
That doesn't stop the UK government putting us under lockdown.
The UK government, bro.
That don't stop them.
Yeah.
Well,
third place it is this season. You gotta fight for.
It will be revolt if it will close. United States will definitely not close because it's a really like it's really weak virus. It's like becomes like a flu at the end. You know, that's how this is becoming. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I was surprised about Saul's substitution. I was
surprised Tuchel made a sub earlier than usual.
I mean, I
But it
was
was so
fucking hurt me.
I expected Barkley to come on because we needed some sort of change. I thought Barkley sometimes he'll be able to do something, and then sometimes he's terrible. But I didn't understand Saul. As soon as I saw he come off for Alonso, I think
XG was 3.47. Sorry to interrupt you there, quick, Matt. It's 3.47 our expected goal today, and we scored 1. And Everton's was 0.54, and they scored 1.
I think at like the halftime we had like 20 shots.
Yeah, something like that. Something crazy.
Nah, bro. Like I think in training we should just work on like finishing. Like
I think in training,
I don't think any amount of training is going to sort this out.
We need to get a guillotine in the training, and the fans can come by with tomatoes and give them what they deserve.
But like, why bring on Sayolo and put him up top?
That's what I thought when Sal come on for Alonso. I thought we're going to lose out on a set piece here, aren't we? And well, it come true. So I mean, as I said to Sadiq, I was like, Sal was giving Barkley a Bakayoko run for his money with how poor he's been. Like, honestly, I don't think he's honestly worse. Like at least Bakayoko did something at the beginning of the season.
But listen, there's no point wasting energy on Saul.
But all I'm going to say is I know all you guys have kind of had your say. I just think it's same old Chelsea. I mean, all you guys, and there are some people on here and a lot of people on Twitter saying, oh, we've got this fluid front three and we'll do much better without Lukaku because we'll create chances. Well, this is the perfect game to say, well, you can create as many chances as you want. If you've got no one to score it, then there's no point of creating a chance in the first place. So I think when you've got the only person, whether...
But it's still more fluid, though.
No, but I don't give a shit about fluidity. As long as we're scoring, we're not going to score goal. We can be as fluid as we fucking want, play as beautiful as we want. If we're not going to score, it doesn't make a difference. And I mean, I know some people.
I'd rather create.
I know some people don't rate Lukaku as a striker fundamentally, and that's fine. But when you've got so no, it's not just you, Mark. There's Sadiq. I was actually aiming it at Sadiq War because Sadiq's got this Lukaku agenda recently. But anyway. When you've got all of these wingers being so incapable of finishing, you've got to put the only finisher on the pitch. And the problem is, I think with Lukaku, he has problems of his own that he needs to sort out. But the players around him don't play around him when he starts. So I think the problem is you've got to change the people around him. And I've always said the best players that I think would play with Lukaku are Callum Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, and Pulisic. The rest have to fight for their place somewhere else.
Matt,
and we've got to play a consistent.
Listen to me.
I don't care about rotation.
Listen to me.
Go on.
Yeah.
I'd
rather create so much, yeah. And we have to score eventually. Like it can't. This can't go on forever.
But you can't. This has been going on for nearly 3 years now. None of our players can finish for fun, and we all said let's get a striker in the summer. So what's the point?
Haaland.
But I don't give a shit about Haaland would do fuck all in this team right now. Haaland would.
No.
Haaland would do fuck all in this team.
No.
Giroud's
bro. My thing is,
hold on. Giroud came in and he did well in spells, but full time didn't do well. Tammy didn't do well. Werner didn't do well. Havertz hasn't done well. Lukaku hasn't done well. It can't be all them fault. I'm sorry, but it can't be all of them strikers are crap. Yes, for certain people like Morata are just rubbish, but not all of them strikers are fundamentally crap.
Matt, how can you say everyone that's creating, and then when Lukaku plays, we don't create as much, but we have to adapt to him? No,
because he's £100 million player. I said he's got some problems that he's got to fix himself. I acknowledge
he's got more than some.
There is there's
after
some.
Tonight's game, they have to adapt to him.
The problem is
why?
No,
because this is now. This isn't a first under Tuchel or under Chelsea. This happened last season. That's why we struggled to finish fourth. They have to adapt to him. I've seen it too many times now. I don't want to be... Sorry, my standards aren't, I'd rather create and eventually we may score.
Yeah, I just want to score. I don't care if we... I don't care.
Arsenal.
Yeah. It don't take Lukaku 3-4 chances to score.
We play good football. We play good football.
Let Andrew talk.
That is Arsenal. That is Arsenal at the end of Wenger talk.
No.
Creating loads of chances and not finishing. I'm sorry, Sadiq. You've got to raise your standards, Sadiq. If you're
Why
telling me,
would I raise my
You
standards for this team?
because you're a Chelsea fan.
No,
I'm-
because
I'm-
I know
I'm
this
appalled.
team are not there, bro.
I'm appalled to hear you say,
We're
"Oh,
not.
I'd
We're
rather
not there.
break
Just to. We're not
because
there just to
eventually
play
we're gonna
fancy
score."
football and miss a load of chances.
Guys,
We're there
This
to score.
team,
I'd rather
this
score
team, and it's
one.
proven. This team, and it's proven last year. They play like that. They struggle to score 2 goals in a game. They struggle. They struggle. They always struggle. It was proven last year. We do not have Mount scored and great. You know what Mount's becoming? He's becoming our version of Bruno. You know,
Yeah, he just fucking scores and covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree,
it's so
bro.
true.
I wish Kozilla. I was speaking to Kozilla on another stream. Kozilla said it, man. Kozilla. I wish Kozilla was here, man, because he'd say it
Yeah,
better
bring
than I would.
Kozilla
But
on.
I would just, but the finishing. I mean, we should have been 3 or 4 up by half time, man. We should have been able to just rotate and rest all those players. And you know what? I'm surprised. You know what? Looking at that bench, I wouldn't have brought anyone on. I would just let these guys play for 90 minutes because the Barkley is just appalling. Saul's got no place whatsoever. I am surprised, like the rest of you, he didn't put him on at left wing back. I have no idea what Saul's doing up at the front end of that pitch. He took Pulisic basically negated Pulisic for the last 20 minutes of that game. But do you know what? I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to admit there's no. You know what? Take third this season. Just take third this season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm yes, obviously.
I just don't want this.
I think we're a better cup team anyway.
Matt, I said this the other day. I don't want this turning into a top 4 race. I just want to consolidate third, so clear, and that's it. I do not want this turning into a top 4 race because we can't finish.
No, I mean that's the thing. I think that's. I know, but I that's fine. But I think I've always said this. I think we are a cup team. I think it's because generally, apart from the last few games, which I do think is more injury related than anything, we are good in defence. We don't leak many goals, and then we can scrape out a goal, 1 or 2 goals in a match, and get through in cups. But that's what I think will happen. I think it'll be typical Chelsea. We might go on a run and win the Champions League again, or we might get a Carabao Cup.
Now I'm scared because
and the Club World Cup, and that would be, in terms of trophies, for me that's okay, because at the end of the day it's trophies. All right, it's not the league, and I do want to win the league, but I think that's just the way we are. We can't do this.
You know the problem, Matt? Now we're
because we
leaking
don't
goals.
score enough.
But Matt, now that's exactly right. Now we're leaking goals. We're not scoring it enough to get us out of trouble.
And the problem is,
Liverpool did not play well today. I've seen it. They did not play well today, but they've got finishers to take them out, to get them winning 3-1, everything like that. We don't have that. So when we concede one chance, and I think it was only was that really only their first chance? I think the goal. I can't remember them having too many.
They didn't have any. They had like one other chance.
I think it's one. They had it, and that's it, and that's killed us. It's absolutely killed our momentum.
And Andrew, you know you Matt saying we've got to play towards Lukaku. I don't think it's that, man. I just think we need someone creative just to get them in.
We're creating. And
Look
we're still
Sadiq, look how many chances we had in front of goal, bro.
Yeah, but how many were straightforward? How many were straightforward? Has to be goals.
Good,
3 or 4
3 good
easily.
straightforward
James,
chances.
Mount
in the box.
Ziyech could have done better with a couple of shots.
I think only Mount and maybe James on form.
Even Pulisic's flick one. I mean,
No,
it's
come
not
on.
No, I'm saying it's not the easiest of chances, but you still should be getting something better on that. If you took that a bit more simply, I think it's more of a chance of going in. But I mean, that one you can understand.
Look.
But there's 2 or 3 chances at least you should be scoring. The problem is, I don't see this problem ending, because people will keep looking at, we'll get Chiesa, we'll get other players such as I don't know, that guy Anthony. But you look at them, they also don't score a lot of goals. We're getting players again.
Needed.
No, but
We need Broja.
Do
We
they?
need Broja back. I wanted him since.
We keep going after wingers again. Don't score goals. We can't keep relying on our defenders to score our goals. That's how bad we are. We rely on defenders.
I will agree with Lukaku needs to play. I agree with you. Today, I don't know why was he on the squad? He's the one that got COVID.
He's got COVID.
So
He plays. Yeah, you ain't gonna see no chances.
I don't give a shit as long as he puts one in, or
If he
someone
puts it in, he
puts
puts it in.
Sadiq,
that's what the striker's there to do.
If he puts it in, cool. If he
But
puts
at
it in,
the end of the day,
There's no evidence of that.
You don't pay 100
There's
million
only
for
a couple of games. That
you don't pay
the chances
100.
wasn't
He fell
great.
off full
Sadiq,
injury, man.
can I say so? You don't pay 100
We
million
play the
pounds
same
for a
way.
striker. You don't pay 100 million pounds for a striker and not play around him. That's just stupidity. If you pay top dollar for a striker, you play around him. Your system goes around him. You don't. Barcelona don't get Messi, or PSG don't get Messi, and they don't play around him. You bring in your top player and you play around that player.
They're not playing around Messi, dude.
No, but that's because Messi's. That was a bad comparison. But say Salah comes in, they play around Salah. They suit. Yeah, they suit. The game is the game. All right, it'd be Salah and Mane together, but they're suited around them players. You look at.
Listen, Matt.
We're playing.
Matt, listen. Me and Kazilla said from time that we will be in a title race, but we will be like the third place team. We're gonna close the gap. That's what we've been saying.
I mean, as long as we win a cup competition, I don't mind.
But everyone was saying 5 trophies, 6 trophies.
I didn't say that.
I'd never said that we win in the league this season.
I said 4 trophies tops, and that's
still be 5 trophies throughout the league.
Here's
AK, listen, even if Lukaku scores from less chances, then it's a different story. But I haven't seen enough from him.
Look,
Sadiq,
I don't like how we play with Lukaku. I don't like how we play with Lukaku. I agree with you. The problem is there's not enough evidence to suggest that. There's only a couple of games that actually happened when Lukaku played and we didn't create it. That's only a couple of games. I don't like Lukaku's the way he's a striker, but there's no evidence. You gotta go by facts. You have to go by facts.
It's funny.
The facts is there's 2 games that he played that we did not create for him. And that's in the beginning of a season.
And it's funny that out of all the teams Lukaku's played for, Everton, United, Juventus, Inter Milan, West Brom. It's funny that Chelsea's the only team that seems he can't score with.
Well, there is a pattern there.
Isn't that a funny thing?
Matt, there's a pattern there. There's a pattern. They play more. They don't play possession ball, especially at United.
We're too slow.
I think that is the key problem. I think that brings back to
my agenda with my regista fraud. That brings even with Lukaku. With Lukaku, we need the switch quick because Lukaku, if we play in as slow as we did today, for example, how much time do you think Lukaku will have on the ball? Like I'm saying we're literally gonna roll the ball into offensive forward. You see what I'm saying, Matt? So like Lukaku is not that movable player that he gonna constantly run like Pulisic. You see what I'm saying? So for Lukaku to play good, you still have to be adjusted a little bit. And midfield is one of them. Otherwise, we're gonna have the same situation. We're gonna hit against the wall. Only this time we're gonna hit with the 6 foot 52 size forward. That's the difference between him and Pulisic against the low block.
Guys, how does City break? How does City break?
Because they play fast, and
because they play fast, they do not slow down. Did you see Gundogan or anybody or Rodri? Literally, I swear, motherfucker, that prick pisses me off every time he has the ball and he just juggles and looks around. What?
Pep wanted him as well.
He can keep him. I'll send the bus for him.
No, I thought he played well the first half.
He was okay.
Jorginho.
It's the problem how we play though. Like it's not
such a fucking myth that he played.
It's just like our build up is way too slow, bro. It's way too slow. We just
because we didn't have urgency. That's why he played well.
But the thing is, I don't think it's one particular player. Every midfielder and every wing back is slow build up.
I'm not saying he didn't. He played well when we are not at urgency. In the first half. So the more game goes 0-0, the less and he effective.
Yeah, I agree. You know why no one talks about City's fullbacks? It's because they play fast and urgent. They play through the middle. Their midfielders.
Alonso.
No. Listen, let me finish.
No, that's
no one
not.
You don't even know where I'm going. What I'm going
He's going about the midfield.
No one talks about City's fullbacks because they don't need to. They give the ball to the midfield and they run with pace. They pass with urgency. Even Rodri, right? I was doubtful of Rodri, but he's stepping up this season. Even he's making like those runs in the middle. that shows that the problem is that we've got injuries to that midfield and we can't rotate these guys at the moment. These guys need rotation badly. Jorginho and Loftus-Cheek. They need to or they need the Kante and Kovacic need to be on the bench as options so we can bring them on and replace them. Because let me tell you this, I would have easily Jorginho in the second half. I would easily take him off if Kovacic was on the bench or something like that. More progressive. I would have given up a little bit, probably midfield still, to get the ball and pass it forward a bit more. Because although Kovacic this season he's shown it lacks a bit of the final ball, he progresses it more and quicker. That's what we lack. We lack the pace. We are the worst counter-attacking team in the top 6 or the top half. I think we're the worst counter-attacking team.
You know how many, Andrew, you know how many times we turned over the ball?
That was the offside goal against Brentford this season.
Remember,
that was our
Andrew,
best one.
Remember that second half? Like, we got that ball turned over like Barkley and them had it.
Yeah.
It's like, we're just stalling and it's just like, what are you waiting for, motherfucker? Go.
But even in injury time, how slow was the build-up in injury time? Where was the urgency in injury time from anyone?
Not even get it in the box. They just want to pass it.
You know, like you know how like you when you have a couple of minutes left, everybody goes up top and you just hoof it the fucking ball.
Tell Rudiger to stay up front. Tell Rudiger to stay up front in the middle. Say we've got it here. We'll switch to a 4 or we'll leave 2 at the back. We'll leave Chalobah and Thiago Silva. Even leave whoever. Just leave them at the back. Tell Rudiger to go up front. Whatever. Shit house away.
Anybody that raised Jorginho, rewatch the last 30 minutes of the game and see how slow he.
I'm not gonna lie, Kovacic would have done something this game. Like
we scored from a counter, by the way, guys.
I feel like
that wasn't a counter.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, no, there was a quick transition.
Yeah, quick transition. There's difference.
No,
we actually played. We actually played fast for once.
We actually played fast, and it was Jorginho wasn't part of that. That's why we got the ball. Oh my word!
Yo, Global, what are you talking about? I got issues with Lukaku. I haven't spoken about Lukaku in the last 5-10 minutes. What the fuck, fam?
Your show stands are finally.
Why you got so triggered, bro?
Bro, I didn't even mention
now
him.
You know that Phil Sadiq.
Look at this.
Why
he's turned? The show stands are turning on you, bro.
Look at this. Yeah. Read this.
But yeah, I mean, you have got a little bit of a Lukaku agenda. Not gonna lie, but you don't need to grow up. You're a grown man, so.
Bro, what did I say wrong? What did I say wrong about Lukaku then? What did I say wrong?
Doesn't matter. Do you remember that?
I wonder what Tuchel said post
match.
match.
Tweet yesterday when they said Chelsea are thinking of selling 1 or 2 attackers. Get rid of the fucking lot of them.
yeah.
I don't think attackers is the problem.
No,
like I said, get rid of Jorginho.
Just get me finishers. I don't care what skills they've got.
For the first time, I'll say the only player I won gun in January is Jorginho.
But we're not scoring though.
I feel like Kovacic would help that though. Like he's actually drives. Like I'm sorry, I like RLC and like that's my guy.
The issue is finishing. The issue is finishing.
Yeah. It's finishing, bro. Javi, couple seasons, Kovacic wasn't at his best either, man.
No, I'm not saying that's not the problem though.
I think the problem is as well today is the transition was all. I'm not saying this. I'm not blaming injuries, but the transition at the moment is also normally is a little bit better than this. But I think the problem is you've got both sides at compromise one way or another because our normal team, you'd have Chilwell left wing back, but that's now being hampered because you've got Alonso slowing it down, which yes, everyone else is slowing it down, but Alonso is like times 10. But then even on the right, you're hampered on the right hand side as well because you haven't got Chalobah, who has been taking the advice of Rudiger and really driving on, and now you've got Aspi, who's not doing that anywhere near as much and looks completely lost this season. So you've got, from the back, you've got nothing coming from either side. You've got nothing in midfield because you've got Jorginho and Ruben, who must have played about 3, 4, 5 games in a row now. And I think, as I was saying to you, Sadiq, in the group in my private chat, I love Ruben, but he's playing too much. I think he needs to play, as I always said from the beginning of the season, he needs to play a rotational role with Kante and Kovacic, and when he's played in small bursts, you'll get the most out of him. Because I just look at him and he looks tired. He looks, I think he looks mentally tired as well, and that could be the reason why he's taking 3 or 4, 5 seconds to move the ball. So we've got problems in the midfield. We've got problems at right centre back, and we've got problems at left wing back, and that means wherever we are, centre, left, right, everything is a problem because there is lack of transition and our depth is just crap. Absolutely useless.
I was thinking, I was a week ago. I was on about, we're going to have to spend so much on the defense. Remember, Alex? I was saying, we're going to spend it looks like we're going to have to spend get that FIFA cheat code for the takeover. It was going to be on every part of this goddamn team.
No, but I do
disagree with this. I don't disagree with this.
I don't even pay attention to. I don't even pay attention to that.
I disagree,
it's just,
man.
I'm surprised you actually put it on.
No, because I've been saying this since the start of the season.
And you wrong as him. That's it.
How?
Like both of you, easy.
What were his issues tonight? There's no.
What I'm saying, when did James got cut off possession? When he tried to score the goal,
bro. Like
what place?
Yeah, there was nothing.
What are you criticizing of? To get
you
cut
can't.
off forward?
Nobody can criticize James.
Let me make it clear. The way you lot talk about Reece James, best right back in the world.
Bro, get out of here. Nobody can criticize
Look,
Sadiq, get out of
I
here.
heard this is the problem with Chelsea fans, Liverpool fans, and everybody. When you hear somebody say some stupid thing, that doesn't mean that majority is saying it. Nobody's saying that James is the best.
I hear it on streams. I see it on Twitter.
I know you hear. I hear somebody has something. I don't pay attention to it. If you pay attention, it's your problem. That's it. If you pay attention to the tweet that's saying James is the world-class player, it's your how you say it? It's your problem. I don't, because he's been playing for a season with us. Here's the problem. Here's the with James situation. James sometimes get over physical. He gets it personally. That's his problem. Not getting sometimes he gets cut out of position, but that's due because we're lacking an attack in the midfield.
Breaking news. Positive for seeing the glue, Chelsea FC and having the damn minerals. More to follow, Matt Law.
Who is that?
Johnny.
Hello, people. Hello, how you guys doing?
Hey, Johnny there.
There's a comment.
Johnny there.
What?
Some guy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go through underground right now. So, but yeah, people, how you guys doing? I know it's a bit jarring to watch, but I just want to look forward to the.
Why was
get some rest and hopefully, I can't lie. Sunday's game might.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man! Jesus Christ!
Why was Werner shit?
Your lips are too close to the screen.
Why was Werner shit? Yeah. Why was Werner shit today?
Huh?
Why was Werner shit?
What?
Fucking hell! Jesus Christ!
Why was Werner shit?
I don't want to see your eardrums.
Someone send the super chats if I can get some earphones.
Yo, someone said.
Just let them know it's Christmas time.
I wouldn't be singing anything if I were you. We were shit.
Alright, Farah, read the screen.
Why is Astrid with shit? I can't even read the screen. I'm already high at the moment. You know what, man? I just want to look forward to Christmas in it, and hopefully have everyone lovely Merry Christmas.
Yo, listen. You got a vaccine, yeah? What did they ask you?
Just beat them Scousers. It's Christmas time. Don't forget about that.
Headphones.
But yeah.
What did they ask you? What did they ask you when you was going in after the vaccine?
Huh?
Good Lord, man! Jesus!
What?
Christ almighty!
What? I can't hear you. Wait, what?
Oh my God! Get some earphones, please.
Wait, what?
Get some earphones.
Yo, I'm in underground right now, so.
You're outside. I know where you are.
Now we're like that Leeds win is like extra important. Like I know we're still 4 points, but we went against Leeds. I feel like Tuchel gotta shake some shit up. Like,
but yeah, guys,
I don't care. Even if we had injuries and COVID, that Everton team was crap. That was like their B team.
Hey, Shabby, can I just ask something? Hey, do you know what? Did Sadiq enter Astrid Wett's giveaway? I saw there was a giveaway.
What the fuck, man?
What is he going on about?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I can't lie. These vaccines.
Oh my god, I can't. There's like even no excuse.
Okay,
to
piss
just
off,
read
yo,
it.
yo,
Oh my
piss off,
God.
man. Hang up, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
But yeah,
Hang up.
guys, have a Merry Christmas. We know 1-1. I know it's a bit jarring, but hopefully you guys stay safe and hopefully the game on Sunday doesn't get cancelled. Fingers
Hopefully
crossed.
it does get cancelled.
Yeah, I'm not watching it anyway, but
I want that game to get cancelled, bro.
But yeah, in a bit, people. In a bit, yeah.
In a minute.
Yeah, mate. Travel safe.
Imagine on the transition, Adama Traore running out our midfield and stuff like that.
I'm not worried about that. They're quite good. They're very good defensively at the moment.
And then you got
They're
Jimenez.
very good.
Traore is not the problem where I'm looking for.
But you see that he, like, I don't know if you watched a game yesterday. He was breaking Brighton and set up a lot of chances.
He's playing more centrally as well. He's not
Yeah,
even
like
wider.
they got Jimenez and them players that like
Yeah.
Everton got a couple breakaways that they were just dumb.
Can I address the person in the chat? My favorite flavor,
Who?
James Dean.
Go for it, man.
I already told you, man. Your parents should, your mama should swallow you. I already told
Oh
you.
man,
That's my line. Hey, that's my line, man. What the hell? That's my line. I use that line.
He's saying for defending James, I'm a child. I didn't defend James. We're trying to win the game. And the reason why James is in an offensive position, it's because we're trying to win the games. And because J5 supposed to be there, James has to cover for him. That's why he was
man.
there.
Hey, come on.
What?
Not J5, man. What did he do?
He's supposed to be in the forward position.
I feel like the only chance, like
That's why.
only way we're gonna score was a
And
set
James
pieces.
is there because he's not there. You know that the new invention that we made it with Chilwell and James Cotton in the midfield. Do you remember? You know that thing? Do you know why we have that thing?
Because of midfield.
Exactly, because midfielders are supposed to be there. And
Listen
guess
to this,
who's the
listen to this.
midfielders?
Listen to this. J5 sitting back and Loftus-Cheek going forward whilst creating. He misplaces so many passes that J5
It's
has
not
to
one
cover.
person's job. It's both of them. It's both of them has to press it higher.
No, but the left guy stays back usually.
Left guy?
The left centre mid stays back. The right centre mid presses and pushes.
I understand what you're saying, but both of them are supposed to be higher. Jorginho is the one that left because he's the one that's slow. That's why he's left. And the back. Why Rudiger? Why Rudiger is higher than Jorginho sometimes? Exactly.
But what did Rudiger do in the last second? What was he doing? Can someone explain to me what he was doing?
Trying to win us a game. The guy was doing whatever he can.
Bro,
Tried to get
Rudiger
a
was
penalty.
actually
Couldn't
up-
get the penalty.
Up in attack and provide an assist for that clear cut Mason Mount chance, bro. Like you can't even come for Rudiger, man.
I know. Yeah, but still, you have to just pass it back, man.
Bro, why are we depending on Rudiger to do that stuff? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
400k a week. 400K,
MCIG, I actually understand what you're saying about Reese doing the stupid mistakes. And I noticed that too. Sometimes he does stupid things, and that's what James does it that annoys me sometimes. He does makes the stupid, gets involved really, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes get it too personal with the player. Like he's easy to be wind up. And I think people's
Well, Alex, let me ask the last question. If Jorginho pushes up, yeah.
Did you just read the comment and you wanted to make it like it's your own question?
No. I was going to ask. Because he always sits back, and you always say,
Yeah. Because on transition, he's afraid to get beat on transition. That's
so
why.
If he pushes, you say Loftus-Cheek will naturally sit back.
Sit back, yeah. One of them. It goes like this.
But from the past five games,
No. But there's a. Yeah, I agree. Robin Loftus-Cheek was poor. Today. I agree with you. There's no doubt about it. There's a couple of times again he's like, why not passing? Did you see when Ziyech dropped in the midfield, he zips that passes into the left wings? Did you see from us pivots, any of them to do that? That's what I'm talking about, the slowness from the midfield. That's why the reason why James moves into the midfield, because to open the space for Rudiger or for midfield to pass it to him. But Rudiger does that. Thiago Silva does. Did you see it when they pass it through the middle? Not going over the top. They just go on between the players. That's where you're supposed to have a midfield.
I just read something very funny from Tuchel. His reasoning for bringing on Barkley and Saul was to bring more energy to the midfield. Saul jogging Niguez?
There was one play. There's one play. The ball was going into Sayul.
Energy.
There's one play. The ball was going into Sayul, and we had a man extra on the left, and he took a poor touch.
You know what I would like to see? Actually, I'm not joking. I think Alonso will make a decent center forward.
Yeah, anybody.
No. I'm telling you, he does have a good touch. He has better touch than. No, I'm.
Well, the skin is more point.
No. Let me finish. I know it's gonna take way out of. No. Matt, don't go away. Look. What I'm saying in the position why Saul went to the center forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that Alonso would have been better center forward than Saul in that situation.
Oh, yeah, but I think Sadiq center forward would be better than Saul.
I'm going to get...
Y'all don't think RLC can do a job there?
Yeah, honestly, I hate Ruben playing at centre forward, but he'd do it better.
Where do you play?
Centre back.
Centre back?
Like Thiago Silva.
You'll be fucking better than Aspi at this rate.
Oh, of course it would be. I could run faster than Aspi.
No, I think Alex and Josh are a bit harsh on Jorginho, man.
Bit harsh. You know what's bit harsh? If I was present at the game and you're gonna see the Russian guy chasing some fraud on the field, not going streaky, going with the baseball bat for you. That would be harsh.
This ain't a Jorginho issue tonight. This is a finishing issue. That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's a finishing issue. Nothing to do with Jorginho.
I don't know.
It's not a Jorginho issue, but our build-up play.
Alex, I get your point.
No, it's the reason why I'm winded up. The reason why I'm pissed off with Jorginho specifically. It's not because we didn't score the goal. But because in the second half, where we are 1-1, we need the goal. And we are slow. That's why I'm pissed off. Not how he plays and blah blah blah, whatever.
That's why if we had a more fitter Kante, a more fitter Kovacic, I would easily, if he bought Jorginho off, I'm totally fine.
He never pulls Jorginho out. He will never pull.
That's the problem as well.
He will pull. He will pull Robin Loftus-Cheek.
Alex, you're overplaying him.
For
too long now as well. So he starts off
if he was fraud from the beginning, he's just fraud that got tired. I agree with you.
Yeah, but you can't do a full 90 at this moment in time. And this is the most important part of the season where you need to rotate more because the amount of games we usually have. And that's the problem. Without a decent
shut up. Oh fuck.
He's pissed off at the performance as well. Leave him alone.
Stupid dog.
No, it's just the thing is, if we don't sort this out, we got plenty more of those performances this season.
Yeah, but guys, listen. I think any front three coming in will be fuck all this season, man.
I told you the wingers are crap.
I don't have faith in
Somebody said Ziyech played poor. Oh my god!
I actually thought Ziyech had a good game.
Ziyech had amazing. He's the best out of front three.
I thought Ziyech did well, but overall, and none of what he did actually contributed to anything. Mount, apart from the goal, was again. I keep saying
second off.
No, but I keep saying this. Mount, apart from the goal, generally was awful. Missed a lot of chances. Didn't really.
He was
enough.
Man.
Second off.
I think Mount needs to get cooked for that first
He was good for first. He was. Forgot. He was poor for first 20 minutes. Then he picked up better. Then he dropped in the second half again. Yeah. Then he scored the goal. And then he dropped again.
Yeah.
And then,
Pulisic, I think
the goal. What did he do?
He was more involved than Pulisic and Ziyech.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess he was
trying,
trying.
a left
He
wing
was
back.
trying at least.
Hang on, tell me what chances he created after the goal.
I have to look back at it.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
No, but,
I mean,
no,
even
but listen,
Pulisic,
listen,
I
no,
thought
but listen. He
Pulisic-
done more than
Bruno
Pulisic
Fernandes.
and Ziyech.
Bruno
done.
Fernandes.
Pulisic did a job and then got put into left wing back, which
Yeah.
I
Totally
think
negated him.
I
He
think
might
yeah,
have been a
in the
ghost
ga-
after that.
in the game,
He must have
in the
been a
game,
ghost.
I wouldn't mind it if the person he put up front was any good, but it was Saul, so I was like, that's why I get frustrated with it. I don't mind Pulisic playing left wing back in general because you just got to play where you put where you.
You
get
lot are
where you
harsh
get
on
done.
Mount, man. Second half, he was better.
No,
man.
but-
First half, he was shit. First
No,
half,
but
he was shit.
We're
second
not
half,
saying he was
second-
shit. He was average.
No, first
Yeah.
half, he was shit. He was losing the ball.
Yeah,
He
first,
couldn't
half,
dribble.
first
He
half
could
was
do
terrible.
fuck all.
Second half, that's what I'm saying. First half was terrible. Second half, average apart from the goal. And that's the thing.
I think
No,
you're
because
allowing
he
the
scored-
goal. I think you're allowing the goal, Sadiq, to cloud
No, I'm
the
not.
actual
I'm
performance
not.
of him.
I'm the guy that tweets it. I'm the one that says he can.
No.
Oh, people
I
like-
agree. He was better than he was at the first half, at the second half.
But
I agree with that.
Alex, I'll ask you the same thing, and you'll probably give me the answer. After he
Mhm.
scored, what did he do?
He pressed a couple of times into the box and nobody was there.
Yeah.
No, how about that play when we crossed into the box and then Sayo had all the time in the world and then hit it out of bounds, or just like he
Oh,
looped it
yeah,
up.
yeah,
and hit it
Bro,
out.
that's so, bro. It's
On-
so
on the
You see what I'm
honestly-
saying? I mean, no. I'm actually. I don't think Mount had a poor game at the second.
No, he didn't have a
He
poor
was,
game. I'm just
yeah,
saying
he
he's
was
like-
average. Like, I mean,
If he didn't, if
the
he
guy
didn't
can
score the goal,
try.
Alex,
What? If you will,
Alex, if he didn't score the goals in the last couple of games, which I know is a massive part, his overall play is that of everyone else, apart from his goals,
Yeah,
which is obviously is the best thing. It's obviously the best thing.
I'm not
So,
disagreeing
so
with you.
he gets less criticism from me because he's actually scoring.
Like,
But what
people
I'm
were saying
is
he's man of the match.
No,
He's
no,
not
no,
man of the
no,
match.
no, he's not man of the match.
He's
No,
That's what I
man.
mean.
Yeah,
That's what I
so
mean.
even-
People.
So
he-
even you're saying he's not man of the
Hold on.
match, and he scored their only goal.
69% of Chelsea fans voted him man of the match.
bro, listen.
Yeah.
Of course, this is the problem. This is
it's
why
the Johnny
he
disease.
gets
It's called
cooked
Johnny
because
disease.
they're saying
It's
he's a
spreading
great clutch
wide.
player. If he's the great and clutch player, he should be scoring that first goal.
Yeah, there's no excuse for what he should have scored
Yeah,
that
but
in the first.
Matt,
half.
Andrew,
They
listen,
should
listen,
have. They
listen.
should have. Yeah.
I can't remember top of my head if it was before or after Mount's goal, but he was heavily involved with Chelsea's play, like consistently coming on that right side.
But we weren't consistent. We weren't doing anything.
It
we
was
didn't pepper-
before.
They gave.
the
They
goal.
gave you know what? They gave. Who's the goalie? The Everton goalie, Pickford. They gave Pickford man of the match on the TV. And apart from that, Thiago Silva header, I can't remember him doing many outstanding saves.
Mount
But
deflected shot.
Right. Okay. But what I mean
I
is, it's not as if
thought
he-
the free,
you know, we
the
had,
free
like,
kick.
all
The
those
free kick
shots.
was a good. The free
I'm
kick.
joking. I'm
I
joking.
thought the James.
No, Matt, that was a camera save. That
What the
free kick.
James one? Free kick.
Yeah, that was a camera save.
That was
No,
a camera. That was not even
Oh,
corner.
it's-
bro.
Thiago
something.
Silva save was good from the
That's what I
header
mean.
from
But
the
what I mean
corner.
is, it's not as if he was like, like Mendy against Brentford. It wasn't that
Yeah.
type of performance. But they gave him man a match, so it made it sound like we've been like peppering him.
The
all that
deflection
time.
actually made it harder.
Yeah, that was a good
closer.
save. But it's not as if we had 10 shots that we were going, how the hell has Pickford saved that? Do you know what I mean? It was like saves he should have saved, or those two.
The
ones.
Mount one, I was like, how did he save that?
Oh, what the
Do
first
what?
one? Shut up! The first. So you shut up, man. I'll tell you how he saved it, because he's had harder pass backs during that game than that Mount effort. That's what he had. How did he save
But
it?
I tell you what, I saw a stat, and I think this was before the Leeds match, so I think it has changed now. But predating the Leeds match, Timo Werner, since he arrived, had scored more goals than any other player in the squad.
I don't want to hear it,
No,
man.
Oh my God.
I'm not backing up Werner.
No,
I'm saying
that makes the stat worse.
no,
That makes
I'm
it
saying
worse.
that shows how bad
Oh,
this football club is at
Christ
scoring.
almighty.
That Werner was
Bro, he's got cup games. Cup games. What are you talking about?
no, but I'm saying the fact that any player in this entire squad hasn't scored more than Werner since Werner came in. I think now Jorginho has now taken him over because he scored the penalties. But that's it. That is
That's
bad.
I want
That is
to make an official statement. I want to make an official statement. Okay. None of the players we have in the wing will reach that top Chelsea level?
I,
Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, all of them. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
saying it now. I don't know where it
Okay.
is. They're
What?
not going to reach that level.
What level? Of
I
your
don't,
expectation?
I don't want to hear the I don't want to hear the word Starboy anymore because
That one level under Hazard.
or even
I mean,
That's
that's
very
a big
high.
reach.
That's
very.
that's massive. Yeah.
One level under.
Yeah.
I think
because
2 levels under.
Hazard's one of the best wide players the Premier League's ever seen.
That's
You
why
know what?
he-
I'd really give it a go bringing him back in
No, but
January.
guys,
No,
listen,
no,
Hazard,
Yes,
Hazard was
yes,
a-
Andrew.
leave it.
Yes,
Guys,
Andrew.
Guys,
And if
Hazard
Hazard
was the
is
greatest
coming.
player.
And if they got
Hazard
spare
is
food
coming.
after the Christmas
Guys,
parties, then he can
Hazard
come
was the
back.
greatest player, but I felt like he could have pushed it a lot more. Like the
Oh
Champions
yeah,
League.
I agree.
I
I agree
felt
with
he
you.
pushed
Yeah,
it.
he
The
definitely
goals
could have
wasn't
gone higher as
there.
well.
He didn't score a lot. He was unselfish in most times
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, you're right. He was. He should have scored like more goals. No, but what I'm saying is that he none
Joe
of these
Cole,
players-
Damien Duff, that level.
right, but none of these players at the moment have that X factor. Like, and it's hard to say, but none of them. I'm not even going to say Hazard, but have that where you need them at the moment to step up and just score, or do a move that gets us a goal. None of them are showing that at this moment in time.
Yeah,
And-
like a Damien Duff or Joe Cole.
Even for like the less than 2 years, even like like Florian Malouda when he was just in that form. He's in that form where he would just score no matter what.
I fucking love that
I'll tell
player,
you,
mate.
I'd give anything
Or
to have someone
Juan
like
Mata.
Malouda
Yeah.
or even
Juan
Kalu.
Mata.
I used to hate
Malouda-
Kalu. I used to hate Kalu. Kalu
no,
will get
I'd-
slated.
I'd
Kalu will
take-
get slated right now.
Yeah.
I'd take Kalu any day.
He wouldn't.
compared
He'd be
to-
Oh, yeah.
scoring. He'd
I
be
agree,
scoring.
Matt.
He would have been. He'd get more goals than. He'd have more goals than Werner if he was in this team. No,
What,
but
Anelka?
one matters. One matters the type of player that is desperately needed, something like that, and just that type of player who can just unlock and do things that that none of these players can do. I also think although I'm not saying get rid of this system. I think though he can, during some games he can like change it a bit. Do you know what I mean? I think he has to. That's one of the things that's why Tuchel's great and he's amazing. I'm not criticising. 2 things I do criticise him for is sometimes the length of time he does to take substitutions, and then also there's no real switching of the tactics. It's still the same formation. It's just whatever like today, Pulisic goes to left wing back. You don't see Pulisic for the rest of the game. He's not used. He's not used properly. He can't get involved because they hardly go down the left. And it's just one of those things. I think in a game like this, he should seriously consider plan B or switching the formation. Maybe adding an extra midfield, dropping to 4 at the back.
Question.
So
guys.
then you can relieve the pressure on the 2 in the middle. But we don't have
No
enough
Pogba.
players, do we? So.
Finger donation, by the way. But yeah, go on, Matt.
Yeah, I was going to say question. What since Lampard coming, I suppose. What signing has actually been successful?
Since when? Lampard.
Well, yeah, since Lampard, since the
Chilwell.
transfer
What?
ban.
Silver.
Still got
Chilwell,
Chilwell.
Mendy.
So Chilwell, Lampard signing, Mendy, Petr Cech specifically signing, Silva. Anyone should be able to scout him. So actually, everyone else who was
Havertz
probably
as well.
poor
I'll say Havertz as
signings.
well. I'll say Havertz.
I mean, Havertz taking out the Champions League goal, which is a big thing, but outside of that,
Young, COVID.
First of all,
72 million.
Chelsea doesn't sign players based on how coach wants. It's not that. Chelsea never did that. We don't sign players based on what the manager's saying. Chelsea sign players based on how Chelsea sign players.
Do we need to start looking and going? Well,
we should,
before
but
this
if
is
we,
released.
the problem is with the club, they don't hold on to the managers quick enough.
And that's
So
what I've
you-
always said is a problem. I know. I think
know it
Lampard
is,
deserved
and-
to go, but like now, I'm seeing people calling out Tuchel and saying Tuchel needs to go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that is just the most silliest thing.
They're stupid. Don't even like pay attention. Like we can't even.
No,
we should
but
not even give those fans air.
It's
We shouldn't even give them air
noticed
time. Like,
more and more
we
now,
should suffocate them.
and it's getting bit. It starts.
yeah, bro. We should. We actually should. Like, we don't even need to bring that. Just like stupidity. Like, it's like when certain people talk, you just like
you just know.
don't even listen to them.
It's the same cycle.
Yeah, it's the same. It's same December. Same December. Arsenal December with Lampard. Remember?
I just worry if we.
But the
flop
funny
rest
thing
of
is, we
the
would lose the game like this, like before. We would actually lose that Leeds game or draw that Leeds game. You know what I mean? We actually lose that Watford game.
My problem is,
we could have lost this one.
Say we have a bad Christmas period, and then in January we've got Liverpool, City, Tottenham. It wouldn't surprise me if we flop them. The boards start pulling triggers again because it's typical.
I've said that before.
I honestly, I didn't believe. I took a big L by saying I didn't think Tuchel would be the right fit when he came in, and I was proved completely wrong. But we can't get rid of this.
But
guy.
when will we learn though? Like,
that's
when?
the thing. I'm struggling to comprehend. I've been saying for a while we're running out of managers to get because we've either used them all.
Bro, I think it's time for us to realize managers are gonna just come and go, bro, after 2 or 3 years.
But it's not gonna work. There's gonna be a time when it stops working.
Frank Lampard was sacked, bro. Club legend.
No, but I'm saying,
but
gonna get to
all right,
stop working.
Those managers that we sacked, like except for like I think Sarri was maybe I'm not. They weren't really too. He wasn't really too over the moon, but you could clearly see that Tuchel is a top class manager. Like he's the one manager out of everyone that common sense says you stick with him. You know what I mean? You could just see it, like just common sense. Just say you stick with him, and that's what I think we need to do. Like, it's annoying because we're gonna keep on having seasons like this where we win the Champions League. Like we kind of are in a like crunch period because this is like 4 or 5, 6 games now we've been playing like this and marginally either winning, tying, and we lost one. So, and then if we don't pick up, then we are in some shit.
Yeah.
I just see. The problem is we've done well previously in the past because we've bought well. We bought good players like Costa, Fabregas, Hazard, who have done really well, come in and done it the business. But at the moment, we seem to be freestyling what players we get in. They're all the wingers we've bought in are all different, don't provide enough, but they provide little things that they do really well. And none of it's working. You don't see any cohesion, and I'm not surprised. But looking at these players, and you've got to look to the point that how long can we go before we say, well, you keep bringing in these managers that are not long term. You keep bringing in these players that are not good enough and as failing. You keep wasting lots of money. Because let's be honest, we do really well in the selling part. We make a lot of money. But what's the point in you making all this money from young player sales, etc. If we're just going to spend it on 72 million in havertz, 50 million Timo Werner, 50 million on Pulisic,
90 million Lukaku.
90 million on Lukaku, if you want to say he's a flop. Yeah, I want to give him more time. But the others who have had the time, we've spent.
Havertz is not a flop.
We've spent so much money on players that, let's be honest, I'm not going to say they're all flops, but they haven't achieved what we need them to. And that is not good enough. If I was an owner of a business and you're wasting money like that, you'd get the sack. But why are we not? Why? This is what frustrates me about Abramovich. Marina, I understand she's done well in his business and that, but you got to look and go. At some point, you've got to look and go. Well, that someone is wasting a lot of money at the club. Is it the scouting department? Is it Marina? Is it? I don't think it's Petr Cech, so I'm not going to put Petr Cech into this. Who is it? And someone needs to go.
Look, Abramovich is a passionate person as himself. Like he's really trigger for like every Russian. If you know Russian, we're real quick on trigger. We lack of patience because patience is not our best suit thing. And I think Abramovich is the same way.
Well, the problem is, why is there so much patience with Marina or not the manager?
With Marina's done a job. Marina's done a
because
job.
Marina is not the
Or
one that
Marina/scout department, whoever you want to blame. 'cause I don't
Scout.
It's the scouts.
Bro,
Yeah, but,
Marina just-
yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
spending.
Whoever
Marina
you,
is asking for money.
that's
How
what I mean.
much?
Whoever you want to
Yeah.
blame in this
Well,
debate.
let me get we have a problem not with the scouting department for the young, but for
It's the
academies.
established players.
It's established.
players.
It's number 11. It's first 11 team.
Yeah.
Here's the
exactly.
difference between that. How much of a scouting do you need in this kind of situation? Does Lukaku need a scout to be
Nope.
scouted?
Nope.
Kai Havertz was one of the most valuable players at that point. He was one of the most asked player when he was at Germany.
Yeah.
So does Timo Werner. I don't think it's a scouting department. I think it's the board more than anything, because they go by the how.
That's what I mean. Whoever it is, scouts or whether it's board,
Or pick the
Marina,
player. I
someone,
agree.
Whoever it is. Why is it always? Why does Roman not look down and go, well, if these trigger happy, why doesn't he not look at them and go?
He
well,
can't
they
get
need
rid
to
of the
jump
board.
rather
It's
than
not.
that.
It's
Why
it's
can't
not
he?
something
It's
easy
his
to be
business.
doing.
He can.
He's
it's not-
probably happy. Have you not thought of the fact he's probably happy with them?
Yeah, he doesn't want to run the club day to day. That's why he gives it to
No,
them.
but it's not like he can't put in someone else that can run the club.
Yeah, but if you actually look at it, it's coming up to 19 years. We're talking. We're not like he's taken over and we're Arsenal. We're like 13 years without a league.
Yeah.
It's basically been no, it is successful. We've never gone 2 years without winning a single trophy. It's
No.
Now you're just trolling.
Take that down.
You are
Take
just
that down.
literally just trolling, man.
Here's what I will tell you, Matt, about the board and Abramovich. You know that Abramovich doesn't own 100% of Chelsea, right? Abramovich owes 51. He owes more than the last person behind him. It doesn't mean that he's the only one that owes the club. He owns the majority. He doesn't own 100%. The board comes with the rest of people that owes shares. He can't get rid of him. It's not like I mean, he can if he will pull his 90s Russian person. He can get rid of him. Promise you. But that's not how you're gonna get rid of him. What I'm talking about is it's the people that owes shares at the club. You see what I'm saying? So, for example, Abramovich owns 51%. Somebody, the board, the rest of the people owe another 50 or 49 or whatever. That's how the board runs. You can't get rid of them.
Alex, also, like I said before, there's never been a longer period than 2 years of this club not being successful.
Yeah, but
if it was longer than 2 years, he might do it, right? If it went to a third year of us not winning something, he might go, maybe I need to step up and make a change. It's 2 years. It's 2 years. It's all it's been. It's
my
my
problem is if we did sack Tuchel,
No,
I struggle to see us do it completely.
Bobby Fairview, stop saying that.
No, but I'm just saying because
No, I'm not talking about you, man. Sorry.
I'm not surprised by this board doing it, and if we do, I don't see a manager out there to replace, and I see us not doing this 2 year cycle.
Hold on, Sadiq. Let me adjust this. Sorry, man.
There'll be someone.
Just...
There's always someone.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. But like this guy's saying, why are we talking about the board? The actual problem's obviously about the injuries. We should be beating that Everton team, bro.
Yes.
They play like youth.
We didn't play like youth. They are youth team. Did you see the kids?
Oh my god!
The kids had puberty hair. They had the puberty hair on their faces.
Guys, there's people coming on with numbers of 61, 62, and 67.
You know it's
in the
bad.
squad.
You know
We're
it.
talking about NFL numbers and NBA numbers here. Do you know what I mean?
I want to add that actually a lot of sense of what Andrew was just talking about before, which is odd because when I talked to you on Twitter before, I hated you. So
Did we discuss?
We discussed over some idiot once. I said she was an idiot, so you said something, and I just blocked you. But in general, I think you brought up points that are really, really genuine that we have not.
You must follow him back then.
I think he's made some good points, because if they have gone so much time without winning, he normally does invest more. That does actually happen. The problem
irony,
is,
isn't it? It's irony.
It's a big irony, because when we win, this is the bad part of it. Because when we win with a good coach, that coach is not said, "I'm going to give you everything," like they give to the coach that then follow. They end up giving all of the good money to Frank and Sarri and those guys. But when it comes to Conte and Tuchel, they get second choice targets and loan signings, and then they're expected to be 10 times better. And how can you? We almost were there. The same with Conte as well. You think about season 2 with Conte. He tried to change the system at the beginning, where he played like 2 up front, and we beat Atletico, and everyone was praising the team. But we only had the 11 players, because when we had some injuries, we had to play Fabregas in the middle and drink water, and those players are not good enough. And it's the same kind of thing that's happened right now. It's the same kind of thing we're seeing actually happen.
Yeah, because we're the oddity of this, because given what we've recruited over the past even 10 years or so, there's no way we should be winning what we should be winning.
Did you put the Russian hat on purpose?
It's not a Russian hat, that's a cap.
Yes, it is.
You know what we should be. You know what City have recruited far better than us in the past 5 years. Look at the talent. Look at their main. Like about 22 years old and upwards are ballers. You think you can brush them off the ball? They're not going to do that. They come into the road. Look at Bernardo Silva. They were going to sell him.
I'd
Bernardo
Silva.
Look how he's coming into his
that's a
own.
player we need to get.
Yeah,
Forget
but
all this
that's what I mean.
Chiesa can't score.
That's
Doesn't score
what
many
I
goals.
mean,
We're not getting
That's
Chiesa.
what-
Players. No, but forget
they've
all
got-
these players. That's
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva's the guy we played.
Pogba,
But what I mean is
Chiesa,
they built. I'm not saying get. They got the
Spider-Man.
structure. They had the structure and players in place before Pep came in, right? They bought Sterling, they bought De Bruyne, they had those 2 Barca guys already in place when he joined, right? And they had more. They obviously got more patience, and he's delivered and everything like that. That's why Pep never came to Chelsea, because he knew we don't have the patience. No one has the patience here.
What did you see?
Do you remember Pep's first season? They just about finished 4th. They just about finished 4th that season. But
Did you see what Pep said about the Chelsea squad before being asked about the job? Said we needed
10 players.
Yeah,
8 new players.
But
He was aligned.
But he was correct.
Yeah.
What did he say about 10 players?
He said, I don't want to manage Chelsea because you got to change 10 players.
He said we needed 8 new players, and probably he was right. And if that's how you keep longevity, is you keep backing the manager. And if you don't back your managers, like for example, if this keeps up, Tuchel's going to get sacked. The same thing is going to happen again, and we're stuck with a bunch of square pegs.
Marv.
Hang on a second. Who did we have at the time when he said that?
But Alex has said this multiple times, and a few of us have said it. There's a
I know
problem.
one of them was
There's
Alonso.
no problem with buying. There's no problem with spending money on players. It's the fact that we don't hardly listen to what the manager wants.
Yeah.
What type of players he wants, right? We buy players for the club. We don't buy players for the system or for the manager. Okay, we just don't do it, or we don't buy a high percentage of them. We go, here you go, sort this out right now.
Can I add to that? Because I think there's a third problem in that, and it's not getting the first option. There are so many times we don't go for the first option because it's too expensive, and in the end, 3 years later, we've tried 3 more times with inferior players, and we've ended up spending more than.
Yeah, and the problem is exactly we don't. It's not like the players we get are cheap either.
No, but let me come back in, because Aguero is a great example. He was like the 4th version of that. There was Dani Alves,
million.
and in the end, we brought 4 right backs instead of the 25.
Oh yeah, you remember that, Marv? Oh
Yeah.
my days!
And Robinho, we didn't pay the extra 1 million, 31 million.
Good thing he didn't come in. Thank God he didn't came.
He didn't work out for City because they're a new growing club. But Chelsea and Brazilians always work out. So I think he would have added to the team a lot.
William was great for Chelsea.
Yes, he was. He won the league twice.
But,
Are you serious, man?
better than
Can stand
right now.
Can
Come
stand
on, bro. He was pretty good, bro.
You can
I'm not
block me
involved.
too, Marv.
I'm not involved.
I don't think William was the best player in the world, but he was
alright.
he was a success. He was fine.
Yeah.
That's Marv's guy.
But
solid
guy.
team.
I mean, it's
I
the
mean,
funny
we're not
thing
gonna
is,
agree on all 11 players that we like. I
yeah.
did not like William. He has a first touch worse than I have a first touch. He had the first touch worse than Lukaku's touch. His ball is always no. He balls every time it comes to him. They all go up. He has to chase his own passes.
He's better than Werner, though.
Here we go. Here we go.
He had a good first touch. Go back and watch some of the games, and we can.
Oh, I don't need to.
He does deserve some credit, though. He did some very good things at Chelsea.
He did good credit. He played really well against Spurs. That was the best his achievement.
And also, you can't.
Barcelona.
You can't.
Yeah,
you can't,
that one.
I've always been of the belief that when you win the league, you can't carry an 11 player. You can carry some squad members, but you can't carry a first.
Which time are you talking about?
I'm talking about when we won the league the first season with William, when Jose Mourinho came in, William's second season at the club. And he was solid in every area of the pitch. Yeah, okay, he doesn't score a lot of goals. That was a big problem. His final third play lacked a little bit.
Who was the striker?
I tell you what, though. William might not score a lot of goals. He sure does a hell of a lot more than most of these players who can't score goals.
I was just thinking that, man. I was just thinking if we had him now.
What? Defending? Trap back? What? That's it.
General work rate.
I don't know. We're reaching with this William thing. We're reaching.
Take out Mount. And you've got other players that don't.
Hang on. Let me say something. William had an amazing work rate, tracking back. Under Mourinho was brilliant. I'll give him full credit. Obviously, he had Hazard on the opposite side, so it was a bit more difficult for him to compete on the.
That's why he was compared to Hazard too much, and Hazard at the time was a top 3 for the world.
But he did not score enough. He scored a lot of free kicks.
That's fair.
He scored a lot of free kicks and stuff like that. And I don't really see
his corners. Oh my god!
I don't think there's a big change on Hudson-Odoi.
Can never beat the front man.
That corner thing's been a problem since I very first went. It's not just with William. I mean,
apart from maybe Reece James this season, who the hell took good corners since Abramovich?
Exactly.
Ziyech. I don't get why Ziyech let in Barkley take a corner.
Really good corner.
Barkley.
I don't know why Barkley's allowed to play.
I mean, I don't like. Why are you saying that? I'm just saying he's good at the corners. That's it.
Newcastle, watch him. Barkley's a very good player.
Yeah, he's going to Newcastle.
Newcastle, please, £50 million.
Barkley is about as good as me.
Screw that. Just take him on a free. Actually, just take him on a free. I don't need any money for him.
Mata, wow, that's the player I miss.
Oh, Mata, I love Mata.
How he can zip the passes between the players and make that overlap. You know,
Alex.
like when the ball's spinning this way, when the ball's spinning this way, instead of go under flop like J5 does, like the ball goes like this.
Listen, I was gonna mention J5. Listen, he's not
the same type of player.
He's not the same as J5.
Yeah.
You say,
Well,
he's faster than J5.
Yeah, but no, Mata's way ahead.
This is Mata runs it. Like J5 runs it, and Mata will run circles around him.
Yeah, but listen. Mata was something magical, but he wasn't the stronger, faster.
Yeah.
But that's how some people see J5.
Didn't need to be, bro. He didn't need.
You don't need to be. It's.
But J5's at that. J5 in a more critical spot. In
you know what?
In the pivot.
You know what? That's the type of thing as well. It's like
exactly.
That's tough. You know what? That's when a board should. That's one of the things that I never got.
That's Mourinho.
That's what the board should have gone to Mourinho. You know what? You're not getting rid
What
of
the
Mata.
hell? Why?
You're not getting rid of
I didn't
Mata.
mention anything about Hazard, dumb fuck.
Don't get rid of Mata. You're not getting rid of him.
Then he told me not to get triggered, and he got triggered by a comment. Fam, I'm done.
Nah, this dude's retarded, bro. I got this.
Look, Xavi, he was starting with me, then he went for Daniel. Now it's you.
I'm looking at the comments. Who is this James Dean, by the way? At least use your proper name. Use your proper name. William was so good for us. Remember when we finished 10th? So why are you blaming the one player that actually gave a shit in that season? The one player.
Well, there we have it, folks. Listen, it's 11 p.m., man. I don't know if you don't want to keep going on at this rate. It's 1-1 draw, guys. We ain't won the league, guys. Like, why are we here? You lot should be sleeping. Go get drunk or something.
It's almost 6 p.m. over here, so
I'm reading the comments.
Actually, it's 5 p.m. somewhere.
Actually, no.
10
Actually, I'm
a.m., 6
apologising.
p.m., 11 p.m.
I'm apologising to that James guy because I think he was actually agreeing with me. But whoever, I think that people like on Willian all the time is just ridiculous. He got blamed for a lot. Well, no, because Hudson-Odoi has not done anything for the club, has he? Let's be real.
What did Willian do at that time?
I mean, that Europa League, he was pretty pivotal.
Yeah, he was good in the games, not the final or the semi-final when we played against real teams. Come on, let's be real. I mean, I'm trying, even unbiased, because I don't rate Hudson-Odoi, but at least I'll give him his props when he plays well. But if we're looking at this, he scored 4 goals in the league for Chelsea in this voice. Yes, Willian did score many goals, but he did turn up in finals and he did win the league twice. Hudson-Odoi, you can say Hudson-Odoi won the Champions League, but he didn't play. He played against Krasnodar. I mean, come on,
bro. He's young. He's young, man. He's young.
Okay.
That's a lie. He played against what was that team? Rennes.
Oh yeah, sorry. He played. Yeah, my bad. He played a group game,
and he played against Sevilla, and he played against.
Yeah, he played against Rennes.
I'm saying like I know he hasn't contributed like great, but like I feel like it's kind of.
Yeah, I'm not having it with Willian.
I mean, I think where Marv's coming from is when people say Hudson-Odoi won the Champions League, he didn't contribute to a massive.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what he's saying.
I mean, yeah, okay. When he started at wing back,
I don't think William contributed to it to us winning the league either. It was basically what's his name?
That's interesting. That's interesting. What about the winning goal against Man City away at 3-1? It was 1-1 before he scored that goal. Yeah. Wrong.
1-1. It was 1-1. Exactly.
It was 1-1.
Alex,
he scored the third goal.
No, Hazard scored the third goal. At least watch the games.
Alex, don't take on Marv with Willian.
Watch the games,
I don't care. I am watching my games.
You said it was 1-1. Diego Costa made it 1-1. Willian 2-1. Hazard 3-1.
No, I'm saying Diego Costa contributed to that title more than William. And
of course he did.
Hazard.
He was world class. Diego Costa, fantastic.
Yeah, and Marv, your favorite Fabregas had a pivotal point too.
And Fabregas
was Fabregas.
Fabregas was solid.
That's the player we need now. That's the player we need now to unlock Lukaku.
That's J5. We got the passes.
That's the player we needed now to unlock Lukaku.
What's that about?
It's not.
That's exactly the player we need.
It is. It's without the passes, long passes. That's it.
He's not the long pass. He's not only long pass. Did you see Jorginho tried to make that short ball over the top today? End up in the goalkeeper. You see what I'm saying?
The second half.
Yeah. Second half. Like even you don't even have to hit it hard.
No, he needs to do more of those passes he did for. Remember James's effort. You know that pass that he laid on for James.
In the first half, his assist was robbed.
We know he can do it. He needs to do more of that.
Jorginho was great in the first half. He wasn't being put away.
Of course, Jorginho is nowhere near Fabregas. That's not even close.
Some guy said Georgie is nowhere near Fabregas, but did Fabregas ever finish that high up in the Ballon d'Or? Did he ever win the Champions League?
Oh, man.
I'm not saying that I believe he's better than him, but it is a discussion.
No. The discussion should be why he's in at least in the first place.
I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat that? I didn't hear that.
I will repeat it for you slowly. Why Jorginho was on that list in the first place?
Well, we won the Champions League. That might be part of it.
Won the European Championship.
He won or we won?
The team won, but he's part of the team.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, but he wasn't the best of our team.
He's a big part of the team.
No, can't you? Hold on a second. Who won the man of the match for 3 times in a row, winning the Championship League for Chelsea?
Yeah, but Jorginho played the whole campaign.
I don't give a fuck if he played. Mendy played the whole campaign. Mendy played the whole campaign.
Yeah, Mendy should have won the goalkeeper of the year. But you know,
they were both part of the 11, and they both played well.
Exactly. No, what I'm saying is there's the better players on that team who deserve credit more than Jorginho did.
Yeah, I thought Kante was better as well. I'm not disagreeing with that.
So but you threw the Championship League at me, didn't you?
But we were talking about Fabregas, not Kante.
no, we're talking about the Ballon d'Or, Jorginho.
Yeah, so that started from Jorginho versus Fabregas. So it wasn't
But he
Jorginho
won with
versus
Italy as well.
Kante.
Italy as well. Italy.
Yeah, and he wasn't even then. He missed the freaking penalty.
Fabregas
Hold
won
on.
the Euros and the World Cup, but again, he
Alex,
didn't play.
you listen to interviews from a lot of the Italian
Yes, he
players.
did.
They
He
say
was in the
Jorginho is
in the final.
literally
He played in the
the
final,
engine.
did nothing but give it away and got a fluke.
No, his pass to Iniesta was the game-winning pass.
Oh, come on. It's like a
You
3-yard
lot are being
pass.
harsh, man. You lot are harsh.
On who?
On
I think
Jorginho.
people are maybe a bit harsh on Jorginho overall. I mean, he's not my favorite player. But
He's
I
always
didn't mean to hurt
Jorginho.
his feelings, though. I didn't mean to.
that's the thing that he's not the worst player on the team.
Alex is troll.
Hello.
Alex is troll.
Your sarcasm is so childish. It's
What?
brilliant. It's so
Fabregas,
brilliant.
exactly. Thank you, James Dean. Fabregas had the World
Oh,
Cup.
now
World
your
Cup
partner
and
is
Euro.
James Dean. Yeah, now your
Did he
partner is
play?
James Dean.
What? Yeah, he played and he scored.
I would like to see how many apps he made.
Don't sing anything, Fato, man. There's no need to sing
You don't.
anything.
He
You didn't
played
win.
in all of them.
And even so, that's a star-studded team.
There better not be
Yeah,
the
that's
inside of
true.
your
Marv,
nose.
you're right. Marv, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Marv, I'm with you.
That Spain team was no one was beating that.
Literally 10 out of 11 players. were World Cup.
everyone else around that time was crap.
I'm literally sick and my throat is killing me. I can't even
Guys.
It's so tight.
Let's end it.
Let's end it, man. Let's end it. I don't know where this Williams shit came from either. Fabregas, but Marv, it's
Just
a
don't
yeah,
argue to Marv about William. That's
Hey, hello.
William was a good player. I will die on that hill.
yeah.
Let's just end the show, man. I just want to get some bed.
Nobody asked you to come in.
What are you coming on for?
I said, let's just end the show. I want a bedtime.
Bye bye. Log out.
What?
Yeah, look out.
Well, you said.
This
Is that father?
Yeah.
What?
Two
What are you
No, if
talking
you're
about?
tired, just leave.
Yo, Sadiq, what are you playing? COD?
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm playing FIFA, so
Oh, come on. I need a new controller.
I'm gonna waste my time for
I got a spare one.
Oh,
I got
yes,
a spare one.
I need a PS5 first, bro. I'm still on the floor.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Alright, calm. You lot. I'll shout you lot soon. Oh, Alex, you got it, yeah?
but guys,
Hey.
I can't believe two players stopped the game by running onto the pitch.
Oh.
Freedom,
Hey,
scouts.
back your players, man. Back your players, man.
What,
Let them
the white
know it's
Bakayoko? No,
Christmas
thank
time.
you.
Feed
Back
them,
him out the club.
scouts.
You should back him out the club.
Yeah.
Back the
Into
team, people. Back the
Back
team.
him into the back of a cab to an
I
airport.
can't believe how bad Saul has
Bring
been.
him.
That was a car crash. Let's have it right. Mason Mount didn't carry the team today.
Oh, Mason, there we go, Mason.
Oh wait, is that Fato or is that Johnny's arm on Fato's backside speaking for it?
Then again, we're gonna bang you off.
Jesus. Do
Did
have
you
an
know?
original-
Did you
Chelsea
notice
game,
that
too?
Fatah became
jump on.
that after?
Money.
Did you notice that Fatah became
jump
that
on.
way after he met Johnny and started hanging
Yeah.
out with him?
Modern
Yeah.
attacks.
I'm
First toast
surprised that
killing me,
you can
people.
speak all the time because at most Chelsea games you sound like you're
Don't
going,
take me home.
That's what you sound like.
Please don't take me home. We don't want to go back to lockdown.
Let me, Fato, give me your honest opinion. Give me your honest opinion.
Yeah.
Without the goal, who's the best Chelsea player tonight?
For me,
Yeah, for you.
Rudiger.
See? Okay, and that's even debatable as well, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like
I kind of think Ziyech was doing good.
Probably
today.
Silva for
Today.
me. Rudiger or
that's what I
Silva.
mean. That's what I mean. That's the problem. There's
I
no
think
one.
Ziyech
There's
did
no
well
one
for
that's.
me.
There's no one that stood up whatsoever.
No, I didn't have some people. It's just like I'm going to the side effects. I just wanted that cheerleader in
All right,
it.
guys, I'll see you later. I gotta go.
Yeah,
Yo,
let's end
Diggs.
Take it
Andrew, you know what I'm talking about, right? That
My
cheerleader.
throat is killing me.
Yeah,
I'll
I know
see you
what you're
guys.
talking about, Fato, and you can't
Thank you,
even
man.
blame the.
I missed that cheerleader, bruv.
Yeah,
Marv,
I bet you
always a
did.
pleasure.
You too, brother.
Everybody.
See you soon.
See you guys.
See you, mate. Sadiq, end the stream, bro.
Yeah, Diggs. Or you know what? Let's invite another guest.
Oh God,
What happened?
she's not going to come on, man.
Who's coming on?
No one. No, it's just his fantasy. It's his
Oh
fantasy.
god! Oh, is it Astrid?
Yeah, it's Astrid. Yeah.
What are you talking about, Astrid?
Yeah, Sadiq.
Chelsea boys for on a vendor. Astrid went. I don't get that.
Good performance, man. Don't ever leave Chelsea. Never